Am I blanking out? Why do I not know my stories? What's going on?
Come on, Emblem.
The Legend of Crystal Hollow. Wait, can we talk
That's
about
still
the
a
series
thing?
more?
That's still
Like,
a thing?
yeah,
I didn't know that.
it's a developed story idea. I mean,
I didn't know
What is
that.
it?
Oh my
can I
gosh.
talk
It's
about
still
it?
based. Yeah.
Yeah, it's your
Talk about it.
podcast.
No, I mean like to Coco because
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
all right. So when we were younger, and
When me and Emblem were in like 5th grade.
in 5th grade, we were inspired by Bridge of Terabithia to create our own imaginary world, and it was called Crystal Hollow.
We
Coco's,
did something like that too.
yeah,
Except it wasn't inspired off of anything.
yeah. Anyways, if anyone knows what Bridge to Terabithia is, we don't need any further explaining on that. But it's basically in this Crystal Hollow was our imaginary world, and we entered through like some sort of originally it was a so
Originally.
originally we had to climb this thing because it was in a park, and then we had to and then we entered through that way, but eventually it became a portal through a tree because we weren't gonna climb all the way up there anymore.
Yeah, we scrapped that idea because of something that happened in the book.
Spoilers for anyone that wants to read Bridge of Terabithia. All right, yeah. We're giving them the spoiler warning. 3, 2, 1. Wait, does anyone care here?
No, I've already watched.
I have no idea.
I haven't read the book, but I've watched the movie.
Okay.
I know what it is.
So this character named Leslie, perishes.
Yeah, she dies on her way to their like imaginary land.
Yeah.
Girl gets swept by the river.
Was so sad.
It was so sad. Oh my gosh.
It was so sad.
Which is why we no longer used the climbing tower thing, because
we were scared to die. Well, mainly Coco was scared to die from the fall or something.
That
was a wild.
It makes sense.
Yeah, so we just entered through a portal in the tree, but that's a major motif that stays in this story idea of Crystal Hollow, because Vidalia, the main character of this story, enters through a tree underground, which sounds silly, but I promise it goes somewhere.
It's cool. It's just cool. Like if I was her, any age, I would want to be able to do that.
Yeah, I care less about spoilers in these other minor series because I really have nothing to do with them. So the Dream War is what I want out in the world, so we're keeping that. But basically, the plot of The Legend of Crystal Hollow is that this girl named Vidalia lives alone with her father. Their mother passed away like a bit of a while ago. And then they went out. They like to hike, and so while they were hiking, she accidentally fell into like this sort of ravine traverse thing. But then she felt like she was gonna get out like a sensible person, but then she felt this weird drawn invisible connection to a force, and then it followed her to like this tree underground. Like, why is this tree underground? And then she falls into the tree. And then it opens up a portal, and then all of a sudden we see her falling from the sky. And then and then she lands on a tree like unharmed. And then she lands on the celestial tree, and then she Coco, you're basically gonna see that like I stole the name, and I stole the wand idea, and I stole the sky idea, and I stole the tree idea, but everything else is different.
Well, I mean, we made it up, so you're not really stealing anything.
Yeah. But
I still have those wands in my closet.
Oh my gosh, you do?
Yeah, and I have the book too. We made like a book with like all like the different like enemies and like things we had to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in my closet.
You're kind of it? I mean, sure, why not?
To get up.
Right, while Coco is getting that, so she falls into the celestial tree, and she ends up being unharmed, uninjured, safe. I don't know what the word is for. And then
she wasn't hurt at all.
And then the branch breaks, and then it lands next to her. So the weird thing about this tree is that the celestial tree has a weird ability to be, what's the word? Sentient. So it doesn't break. It, like life, like trees are alive, obviously, but like,
well, yeah,
it acts like it has thought. If that makes sense.
Like property.
Yeah, and so
Human-like.
it's impossible to break. Like, you can't break a branch off the celestial tree,
Mm-hmm.
but it can break on command. And if it breaks on command near you, then basically it's choosing you to be a celestial wielder. What did I call them? Oh my gosh, what did I call them? Did I call them wielders? Celestial, to be celestial sorcerers. There we go. And so there's this whole magic system based on emotions connected with elements with with celestial sorcery. So yeah, I was actually really proud of the magic system. But yeah, and then stuff happens. Why is she in this world? She wants to get back home, but then she's caught up in the middle of a turmoil of the prince named Silo wanting to, like, I want my mother back. Thus I'm willing to destroy this entire world and get the Genesis life crystal just so I can revive my mother to the point, and then there wouldn't be a world, but he doesn't recognize that because he's stupid. But grief makes people desperate, so he's willing to do that. And like, Vidalia is like the helper type. Like, I cannot let that happen. Like, why? Like, come on, dude. Like, I lost a mother. You don't have to go that extreme for your own mother's death. And so they meet up with. She becomes friends with the knight that she first meets, which is named Auroran. And also a note about these names. These names are mainly made up. Sorry, that was water. And his names are mainly made up. And then so yeah, she becomes friends with him. He's like 18. Also, she's like 15. So wow, I'm just as old as her.
Oh, that's. Oh, I thought you were gonna say that that's a bad age gap, and I was like, no, it's not.
Please don't tell me you thought it was going to be a lover's plot.
No, I just thought you were going to say that.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh goodness. Oh goodness gracious. And then she meets up with another teenager named Celessi. I always have such trouble pronouncing her name, but Celessi is what I'm going to call her. She's the moon. She's the century's moon child, and the thing about the ether children, which is the sun child and the moon child, is that they have these special powers. Blah blah blah, and they're connected to the celestial tree in some weird manner, and yeah, stuff like that. Auras, powers, blah blah blah. I actually have no idea how the Sun Child and Moon Child are going to go into play, but I swear it's going to I swear it's going to work out at the end. Basically, you know, I'm going to spare that because I think that's where that's where I'm going to end, because that's basically the whole plot. Like, the rest is spoilers from there on out. Like I just said, I didn't care about spoilers, but I'm thinking about it. I'm like, we're gonna work on this.
Emblem, I found a book.
Yay!
Spelling errors, though. My gosh. But basically, so our foes were wolves, bugs, but not butterflies or ladybugs. Those were good.
Oh, that is so cute.
And moles. And then
I'm moles. What did moles do to us?
I don't know. And then birds, foxes, unicorns, and dragons were safety.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so the pink bear lets you in and is very special and must be carried, spelled that wrong, at all times in Crystal Hollow. Magic strings hold R. Oh, that's the wrong R. Oh my gosh. Hold magic powers.
You were like 10.
Yeah, exactly. Once
the magic strings are actually they're actually a concept in the Crystal Hollow world of my Crystal Hollow world, where there's these so magic is a very prominent thing in the world, and then they have these 3 types of enchantments, and one of them is pendants, and they act as bracelets, and if attached to the certain item, like a staff, or in this case Vidalia's celestial wand, it's like little enhancements, like your defensive spells crank up. I mean, like, that's originally what it was, but then obviously now the magic system's kind of different, so I kind of have to rethink that. But she has a pendant.
But yeah, once 2 people set foot in Hollow, the portal closes. And then to enter...
2 people.
To enter... Yes, only 2... Yes, 2 people.
To enter, just one person, it's just open forever.
I guess so. Plot holes. To enter, go to Wisdom Tree, wave wand, hug, move to other side, run to small tree near park. Very descriptive.
My God.
So terrible.
Well, it sparked this, so that's everything has a butterfly effect.
Great memories. Oh my gosh, that was like 5 years ago.
Yep.
That's crazy.
And so much stuff has changed. Anyway, that's gonna get too sappy too quickly. The celestial sorcery thing I made up is that anger equals fire, sadness equals water, happiness equals light, disgust, resentment equals darkness, fear equals wind, and surprise equals earth. And these emotions can be
Interesting.
combined, and then there's up to 15 possible emotion combinations. So, and then they become stuff. I don't feel like going too deep into it because I'm just lazy. No valid excuse. I mean, if anyone wants a dog, hit me up. It doesn't spoil much. It's rules and boundaries for the magic system, basically.